It should be started. Let's see, we'll go to Weinstein, make sure it's apparent on there. Yeah, all right, there we go. Cool. All right, good morning, everybody. We can say good morning because it is the morning right now. I'm here with Mr. Benjamin Brown. He's going to be performing tonight with us for the Originals at Charlton, stand-up comedian, local stand-up comedian. Is that right?
Yep, Atlanta comedian.
Now, how long you been doing it? How long you been in the stand-up scene?
Close. Well, minus COVID. Now with COVID, 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird with COVID, as you know.
I can imagine. What is that? So, what is it like being a stand-up comedian with COVID right now? Like, how do you get gigs, or is there gigs, or what's going on?
There's gigs out there. You just gotta, search and network, and there's been a lot of Zoom stuff. You actually keep a lot of stuff going. We appreciate you.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. How do you like doing the Zoom shows?
As comedians, as a comedian, I get most of my vibes from the audience, so it's
I can imagine. Yeah.
It's different,
Yeah.
Like I performed the Originals twice now, and the first time was just filling it out. The second time I was there with you, and still filling it out. And this time I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, Benjamin's going to be performing tonight for the Originals. He'll be performing at 8:30. So if you guys want to check it out, we got a great show. I should plug that real quick. It's the Originals at Charlton. So we're going to do it tonight. We'll be having Mr. Lars Nagel start us off. And I'll be playing the Best of My Father, Jim Weinstein songs. And we got Mark Farmer. He's a great musician, going to be jamming with us. And we're finishing up with comedy of Benjamin Brown, who we have right now, and Roxy Resnick. Also, I'd like to thank Narragansett Beer. They're our new sponsor. And yeah, it's pretty awesome to have them be a part of the show. So you said 2 years you've been doing stand-up comedy?
Close, about 18 months, 19 months.
Yeah. What inspired you to do
it? Therapy.
Really?
Yeah, talking to a therapist. Yeah, I've always been into it. Been into going to shows and watching comedy. Wanting to entertain, just didn't know how to. And my therapist said, "You're like wasting my time, pretty much, because all you do is joke around." And
really?
Yeah, he loves me, but
yeah,
he recommended it, and he actually recommended the Vortex.
Really? Your therapist recommended that you go perform stand-up comedy?
Yeah, he recommended the Vortex. They had a comedy thing, and I looked into it, and it was the Laughing Skull Lounge.
Yeah. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So is that? We don't have to get too personal into this, but I'm kind of interested. I've never heard of a therapist suggesting someone to do stand-up comedy. Is that like something that you always wanted to do, or is that?
Yes. It's always something I've always dreamt of, making people laugh. I've always made people laugh, Intentionally is just
so when your therapist, when he told you, you should go do stand-up comedy, was he like looking at it more like this is a childhood thing that maybe like a fear that you haven't accomplished, or is it more like just an overall therapy?
Overall therapy, and if it's something I wanted to accomplish.
Okay.
We always talked about comedy, if it was from movies to Pryor to Carlin to Bill Hicks, all my heroes.
I was gonna ask, are those your influences for stand-up?
Yes. Yeah, a lot of. Yeah, and I like a lot of my influence now, since I got into it, are the Atlanta comics.
Okay.
Like, everybody, if you say you're a comedian, like, oh yeah, you got a Netflix special or something, like, right. No, you need a comedy scene,
Yeah, definitely.
So I rep all the Atlanta comics. I love them all.
Where all do you perform at besides Charlton's?
Really, you're the person that gave me the motivation to keep going through COVID. I've been to a couple shows. I've been to Ponce City Market.
Okay.
Just spectator, just checking that out, and just getting the feel, just seeing how things we're going to be.
I got you.
I had no clue, how it was going to be.
How are you seeing an audience now when you go to places and perform, or is there?
It's not like how it used to be, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Well,
seeing some faces.
okay. Do
Hopefully,
you find what's that?
some people will be out tonight.
Yeah, hopefully that'd be good. I was gonna ask, do you find yourself like writing a lot more now since you are
Yeah,
not able to get out as much and perform?
constantly writing.
Okay.
If I don't know, I find everything amusing. I just
Hmm.
can't help but write. Like if I see everything's silly to me just about these days.
Yeah.
A lot of serious stuff going on too. But if I see riding the train, I get a lot of comedy riding the train.
Riding
There's
the train?
yeah, dude. Last night was dancing. This and fell, and it was like I warned him he was gonna fall, but he just kept dancing on the train. It
What
was
is
fun.
riding the train? Is that a show or?
No, the MARTA. The
Oh, you mean riding on the train? Oh, okay. I
I
got
do
you.
I do that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've ridden it numerous times before. What is that like now? Do you see people wearing masks and all that kind of stuff, or are people being
Yes.
socially distant?
Yeah, actually, MARTA's actually stepped their game up. It seems like with because there's signs everywhere, and everybody's setting pretty far apart. Around 5 o'clock, it does get busy on the trains, but
I
it's
got you.
parking decks are empty. It's a lot different than it was this time last year, for sure.
Hmm. I got you. What would you say is the hardest thing about doing stand-up comedy?
The hardest thing is really getting your jokes down, getting the timing right.
Hmm.
It's fun at the same time because you get to work on material and see what hit, see what stuck.
Do you
But
feel like do other comedians like tell you about that as well? Like, hey, that joke worked, or that joke needs a little
I have a
work, or
I have a couple good friends. I have a mentor that I run stuff by.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I'll message him like, hey, here's a joke, and he'd be like, that's funny, or sometimes he won't even respond back if it's terrible.
oh really?
Yeah, and I love that.
Silence. Yeah, it's better to have honesty because you're not going to get better if everybody's telling you everything's great, because that's not always the case. It's
Yeah,
good that you have someone that can honestly give you a good opinion of what you got going on.
comedy's subjective. Not everything's funny to everyone.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Do you feel like have you had to like change the way jokes are or anything? Seems like people are more sensitive to stuff, even though people are being sensitive on like social media and stuff like that, which is a
Yeah,
non-sensitive area.
yeah. Most of my stuff is satire on social media. If people look at my page, they think all kinds of stuff. People message me and
Yeah.
say, "What's up with this picture?" I make just a bunch of goofy pictures and stuff like that, and it's nothing, serious. And
You do all
it's
that yourself?
yeah,
Okay.
and
What
and it's
what are you using? Like Photoshop or how do you?
Photoshop and a couple apps like this app called Bizarre, and
Okay.
yeah, and I don't know. If I think of something funny from my childhood, I'd be like, "Oh, that'd be funny." Something I heard in the news, comparing it to something from my childhood, like a TV show or something.
Yeah, yeah. I like the Adventures Pete Pete. That's why I wore the Adventures Pete Pete shirt for you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I love that
yeah.
show. It's great. It's a big
I
influence.
watch it.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you write or do you do any, thing in entertainment outside of stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I've been writing. I have a lot of ideas, but I don't know what I'm putting it towards yet. Like I don't know what right now. I feel like we're sort of stuck.
Okay.
And I try to quit watching the news. It's very hard to quit watching the news,
Yeah.
but you know, it's
It's
up and
tough.
down.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends what channel you're on and all that stuff. So I don't know who to listen to.
That's true. You're getting different opinions from different channels for sure. That's weird how
Very,
they do all that kind of. So stand-up comedy is definitely something you intend to keep doing throughout COVID, right? Like toward you're gonna still
I'm
pick
not
this
stuck.
up and keep. Okay.
Yeah, I'm wearing the mask. Staying socially distant.
How long of a set do you have now?
I have probably about 10, 15 minutes total. I try to keep it around 10 minutes. You know,
Hmm.
I'm still working on some stuff. I'm trying to scrap stuff from last year because it's not I feel like that stuff's stale. You know,
So I haven't done stand-up comedy in a long time, but
yeah.
I know when you do like music, for instance, like if I play a bunch of sad songs in a row, that's gonna have an effect on the audience. So I try to like do a sad song and then like a happy song and a sad song, kind of like ebb and flow it a little bit, you know? Is
Yeah.
there something like that with comedy, with jokes? Is there like a certain order that you
With me,
do?
what's been the hardest about transitioning back to like we're
Uh-huh.
talking about is that I was mainly just doing everything freestyle when I got on stage before this hit. So that was
Okay.
my thing. I would ride the train, and whatever I seen on the train on the way to the Laughing Skull, that's where my favorite place was to go.
Yeah.
I would talk about whatever I seen. Like last time I performed there, I remember this lady touched my shoe on the train, was rubbing my shoes, and I just found that hilarious. I just let her do it, and
Uh-huh.
then this one guy sat beside me, and he cracked open a thing of SpaghettiOs, started eating it. And I asked him,
Nice.
I was like, "Yo, can I get a bite of those?" Just kidding. And he was like, "Here."
SpaghettiOs. Did you
I'm
eat
still.
them?
I wanted to. I'm a
Yeah.
spaghetti guy, but it's gotta have meatballs.
Oh, okay. I got you. You gotta have, when a
Yeah,
stranger gives you SpaghettiOs, it's gotta have a.
yeah, he looked clean
That's
enough.
awesome. I like that. That's a good. Yeah, it's a good little story. I can't believe you. Is your stand-up comedy more based on like stories or jokes or a combination? Or?
Story, everybody's got the messed up family members,
Hmm.
and I get a lot of material from. And all my family members are older, pushing 90 in their 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, my grandparents had my mom at a later age, so all
Oh
my
yeah.
way older than me.
Do any of them? Are they all into comedy as well, or have any of them
They
dabbled?
think they are,
Yeah.
I cannot stand when people say, "Hey, tell me a joke."
Yeah.
You know,
It's kind of
like
putting you on the spot.
yeah, and the thing is, I do more observational stuff and I do crowd work, so
Okay.
uh, I just go, "Ha ha," whenever I go, "That's the joke," whatever, I just walk away. Or I'm
Well,
about to stop telling people I do comedy in the family if they ask me if I'm doing it. I'm like, nah, nah.
yeah, just to avoid the conversation. I can.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
music. I can't pull it. I do play guitar, but I can't. I don't carry it with me anymore, and I can't pull it out and like jam out and show them what I can do.
Ah, wow. How long have you played guitar?
Since I'm 33, I started when I was 13, so 20 years.
Really? Wow. What kind of guitar do you play? Like lead, or do you play
Right
acoustic? Or
now, I just bought a new ESP 7 string. I like that.
nice.
I'm going for that heavy sound right now, but I listen to all stuff from Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young,
Uh
uh,
huh.
Pixies. I listen to all kinds of stuff. Depeche
Really?
Mode. Yeah, my music goes up and down.
That's cool. That's interesting. That's good. That yeah.
A
That's
lot of
good that you
Modest
try
Mouse.
Modest Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him perform?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Over. Yeah, Little 5 Points.
At
The
Little
venue.
Five?
Yeah, back in 2003 or four.
Oh,
I think it was right before their Good News for People Who Love Bad News album came out. Is when I
I said
seen.
that's like right when they blew up. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wow. I can't believe someone. So you saw him at what bar? Which?
It was that venue at the very end of the street. Um, in Little 5 Points. God, I can't remember the name of it. It was right across from the Loft Apartments.
Oh, okay.
Shit, I cannot
Man,
remember the
that
name.
must have been a
It
good
was that long
show.
ago.
Wow. Star
Yeah,
Bar? I
see,
think so.
no, I've been to Star Bar before.
Okay.
So, uh, but God, who was it that opened? Built to Spill opened up for them,
Man, what
and
a
that was
show.
Built to Spill is great.
That's
And
cool. Wow.
I saw Man there too. I don't know if you've heard of them, but
No, I never have. What is it called? Man?
yeah. After this, I'll send you a link. You'll
Please
enjoy it.
do. Yeah, I'd like to check it out. That sounds pretty cool. Man. All right. Are they an Atlanta band?
No, I think they're from Philly.
Ah,
Uh,
okay.
they all got like mysterious names like Hannes and weird. So I like shows. I like people who can put on a good show.
Yeah, yeah.
Entertainment, you know.
Yeah,
And
no, I understand. Yeah.
they set up their own equipment, and I thought when I first seen them, I thought they were saw them. I thought they were roadies, and they just came out and started jamming, and it was the coolest thing I ever seen.
Man, that sounds really, really cool. Wow. What comedians have you seen? Have you been influenced by live?
I've saw a lot of comedians. Like I said, like the Atlanta comedians are my favorite. Like I like Joe Smith, Katie Hughes, of course Bob Place, Pierre Escargot. You know him, right? Pierre Guyton.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's a good dude.
He's performing next week, I think. Next weekend.
He's performed with us, and I think he's coming up. Yeah, so he's a really
he's one of my favorites.
There's a lot of good talent in Atlanta. There really is. Not just music, comedy, art. What's that?
Connor Bentley, Will Foskey, all them guys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They're younger and they're going pop. I feel it.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, hopefully we can get them Friday nights at Charlton's. We're going to start doing stand-up comedy every Friday night. So that'll be starting up mid-December and hopefully going throughout the year. We're going to have Benjamin Brown. He's going to join us tonight for the Charlton's original show. So if you guys want to come check that out and be a part of it, you can. Where can people hear your stand-up or see you online, Benjamin? Where can people find out?
I'm going to post some new stuff hopefully on Instagram.
Okay.
At Benjamin Freshly.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah. And,
well, Benjamin is going to be performing at Charlton's tonight, so you can see that live, or also you can check out on YouTube the Jackass of All Trade pages. If you go to that, I'll be recording the show tonight, and we'll be posting it on there. Is there any other places you want to talk about? People can check you out, or any shows you got upcoming that you want to promote?
Right now, I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to just put it out there. I'm going to be performing here because I don't know. It's not set in stone.
Okay.
But hopefully something coming up.
Okay. Well, for sure.
Always thank Bob, for keeping things, Chef Bob, keeping things going,
Yeah, but Bob Charlton is the owner of Charlton's Grill and Tap. Yeah. And without him, none of us would be performing. Or if there's one less really great place, we'd all be performing. So hopefully,
it's a hard. It's good food, great drinks. People should come out and check it out.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you promoting that. That's awesome. Yeah. But it's Benjamin Brown. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Everybody have a wonderful day. You can see Benjamin tonight. He's going to perform 8:30 for the originals at Charlton's. You can check that out live at Charlton's Grill and Tap, or you can join us for the live stream during the Charlton's Grill and Tap page. I'd like to thank you for your time. Thank you for spending your morning with us. And everybody have a wonderful morning. We love you. And hopefully you'll join the show later on tonight.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.